I want to introduce, for everybody who didn't know, Theo Joyner. Theo comes to us from Ralph G. Moore and Associates. Theo and I go back, I don't know how many years, a long time. And so I asked Theo to come over and talk to us a little bit about the whole IDOT pre-qual process relative to that. He's also going to talk to us a little bit about a major project that they've got going on for IDOT called Project Create. Project Create involves contractors getting work with the railroad.
Okay, Project Create, it stands for Chicago Region Environmental and Transportation Efficiency Program. It's a $4.6 billion public-private partnership designed to improve transportation flow through Chicago. And we're talking about trains.
Okay.
Create is a cooperative project involved with the US DOT, FHWA, and FRA, Illinois Department of Transportation, Chicago's Department of Transportation, CDOT, Cook County, 6 major North American freight rail carriers and 2 switching rails, and 2 passenger carriers being Amtrak and Metra. Why Create was created is because freight rail trade within Chicago will be more than double from 2012 to 2042. Passenger freight and motorist delays are experienced daily on current system. Have you guys ever driven in or out of the city and you just see a train sitting there? The reason that train has to sit there is because passenger trains have the first right of way. And you see those commercials that says, okay, my BMW or whatever can go from 0 to 60 in so many seconds. A train can't do that. So if a train can't clear before a passenger train moves through, they have to sit and wait. And so what happens is this, Chicago wants to improve the movement of freight and mitigate negative impacts, because what you may or may not know, Chicago is a central location. It affects the nation and it affects international trade, because if a train can't get from here to, let's say, New York or LA in time, what that says is that that product or whatever that's on that train can't make it overseas. So everything is affected. And so what the CREATE program is here to do is actually alleviate that particular problem. CREATE program, there's 70 projects that they're going to do. 30 have actually been completed. 25 rail grade separation, 6 passenger freight rail grade separation, railroad projects to improve all rail infrastructure and upgrade technologies, viaduct improvement program, grade crossing and safety enhancement, and railroad operation and visibility improvement are the projects that they're doing. Now, what happens is this, is that everyone that's in construction, they don't use all construction trades. I'll just list some of them: asphalt, bridge inspection, bridge construction, building design and construction, clearing and grubbing, painting, plumbing, so electrical service, engineering service, fencing. Those are some of the things that they're looking for people to actually provide when it comes to the services of the contractors. Earlier, I talked about pre-qualification. There was 42 different categories. All 42 different categories won't be part of CREATE, okay? Now, one of the things is that when it comes to bidding this work, there's a website, IDOT website, which the CREATE program has, that you can actually sign up for and fill in your information. And what IDOT will actually do is actually provide you information on upcoming bids. Any questions?
So, okay, now you still have to be pre-qual to participate in project creation?
No, you don't have to be
No
pre-qual.
pre-qual for project
What happens
creation.
is this: they're looking for prime contractors as well as subcontractors.
Okay.
You know, they're setting DB goals on these projects as they're setting on the construction
And the
project.
DBE goals for that are what?
It varies on the project.
Okay, so they'll look at it and see what's available out there for that category, and they'll set the goal accordingly.
Based upon that
Okay.
particular contract, that contract value, and how many DBs there are to actually provide assistance. Typically, what it is that it has to be at least 3 DBs in a work category for them to actually use that work category to set a DBE goal.
Okay, but most of this is working with, a lot of this is working with railroads or.
All of it's working with railroads.
All of
to
it's
create.
working. All of it's working with railroads.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, which brings us to the next category, or the next topic that we're going to cover. If you are a construction contractor and you are working with a railroad or working for a railroad, then you are going to be required to have a coverage called railroad protective liability. At a recent conference that Project Create had, apparently this subject came up, and a lot of contractors had questions about it. And so one of the reasons why we wanted to have you over was, one, get the understanding about the pre-qual, learn about this project, and then introduce Mr. Larry Robinson, who is our Chief Practice Manager and President of Community Insurance Center, to kind of give us an overview of railroad protective liability from that perspective, kind of explain it. So, Mr. Robinson, you are on.